Welcome to day 3. Today, I'm going to be Harley, and I'm also going to be meeting Tom Welling, Erica Durance, and Grant Gustin today. I have my photo ops with the first two this morning in about, I think it's 7:45 right now, so at 10:40. And then I have my photo op with Grant at 6 tonight, so I'm very excited. And then tomorrow is going to be like a whole supernatural day, but I'll talk about it more tomorrow. Hi, buddy.
So if you've been to Megacon, you know that Saturday is the busiest day, so we wanted to get there early, especially because I had my photo op. But when we got there, we still had some time, so we just walked in, ignore my tag sticking out of my jacket. Yeah, but we went in and walked around, found this supernatural drawing, checked out the Star Wars area and the Doctor Who area. I've never seen Doctor Who, but I do want to watch it because I know so many people love the show. But then I made my way over to photo ops, and it was actually really quick and easy, like getting in there. I was literally in lane 1 and I was the 5th person. So it was really quick, and photo ops are never like this. But look, I'm pretty much at the beginning of the line. But there's Erica, and then there's Tom, and I'm about to meet them.
Hey, that's great. I just watched the Joker 2 yesterday.
What'd you think?
That was all...
By your facial expression.
I felt confused the whole time, and it seemed to me but you look great.
Tom Welling said I look great. I don't know how I'm functioning right now, but I had some time to look around before the Superman panel, which was at noon, I believe. But there's Brandon. I was gonna see him at the panel. There's Giant Evie, and this guy asked to take a picture with me. I got multiple people asking, which never has happened. But here we are at the Superman panel.
I think this show kind of was the launching point for where we are with superhero media. You know him best as Clark Kent. Let's bring out Tom Welling. Tom Welling! This is amazing, right? How you doing, Tom? Yes, he is the Superman that is on time. I just sit here, we're gonna do this, and
I
then...
didn't want to just wait for these other slackers. We wanted to get the party started, right? No, I think I appreciate the Jonathan Clark relationship probably more than I did at the time.
Sure.
No, it's really great. I mean, my boys think I'm Superman, so that's all I need.
That's incredible. Yeah, I was listening to your podcast, and you said that your sons like dressing up as superheroes for like Halloween and stuff, and they won't. But you asked them, like, why won't you put on Superman?
No, they don't have one.
They don't have one.
You know, it used to be you had to pick up a phone to call someone to complain, and then that person had to call somebody else to complain. Now you can just like post the complaint, and a lot of other people see it. So you can't get away with it so much anymore, that sort of thing.
Oh, we got DK!
He's here! You know, wow, we were just talking about you.
Oh, Brandon Ralph! Tim Boone! Tyler Hedlund and George Newbern! Here we go, Superman in the house. We have a full panel. Can't believe all these people came to see Tom Welling. All right, we have the full Superman here. How you guys doing, gentlemen? I was just surprised that all these people came to see just Tom Welling.
Me too, by the way. Yeah, especially here.
I kind of always thought, like, to give him a little bit of an imposter syndrome. I think everybody kind of experiences that in a certain way. So yeah, he can do all these things, but there's still, I mean, he is an alien living amongst humans. So there's still like that element of imposter in a way that you kind of have to deal with. So that kind of like humbled him for me and made him very relatable in the sense of I was almost played him like almost embarrassed of being Superman. Yeah, like the idea of the name. So we actually in the flashback episode, we had the line where she says, you know, how did you know this was happening? I said, oh, my hearing. And at first I said my super hearing. And I asked our showrunner, I'm like, can we just say my hearing? And then she says, hearing? I go, well, my super hearing. That's just kind of an aside. And then so when I leave at the end of that scene, they go, who was that? She goes, that's Superman.
Can I tell a slightly off-color story?
Absolutely, you can. That's what we're here for, man.
There he goes.
I sort of, model things, or I could not get out of my mind Christopher Reeve because he was my Superman. About me.
So kind of a public forum to the dead guy, but. What was the question
Yes,
exactly?
the question was the responsibility and expectation. How did you prepare for the role mentally to get to Superman's head and Clark's head?
There's no short answer to that, but I trusted in that I was given the job and the opportunity, and the way it came to me was very much I kind of saw what was happening and felt like I was making it happen at the time, and maybe in some way I was, and so I was continually preparing myself for it through the 7-8 month process of getting cast.
To be honest, it was pretty quick. When they finally let me read the script after signing an NDA, I realized that this was not a show about Superman, it was a show about Clark Kent. And I've said this story before, but I'd actually written into my contract that I wouldn't put on the suit because I wanted to stay Clark. And I wanted to tell that story, so I was able to just not think of it. Clark didn't know who he was going to be, and I didn't know what I was doing, so it was kind of great. Yeah. And it was probably episode 5. They wrote something where Clark puts a suit on, and it was a business affairs call. I'm like, we're not doing it.
The suit doesn't breathe well?
It's great. We did one of these a couple weeks ago, and they said, what's the one thing you changed about your character? And you were like, the fit of the suit? Yeah, that's all I was referring to, sorry.
It's easier to fight in sweats, that's all I'm saying.
Can you talk about emulating Chris, but also still making the role completely your own?
Yeah, absolutely. I was tasked with transitioning their character from Chris playing the character to me in a similar, pretty much the same story, but I'm a different face, so it's a different guy, but continuing the same vibe and the fact that.
Although you do look pretty similar, I'm just gonna say.
Well, also we look
Throw it out there.
and sometimes sound similar. And that helps. But again, read like rule number 1 or whatever, which is it was always going to be like Chris, even if it was some other, it would be some other version of that slightly altered Superman, because I wasn't playing Chris, I wasn't playing Superman.
So it's up here, and Brent, we're gonna start with you if you wanna. There's a screen up here, and that's. And a fun story about, because this was a promo photo, right? That you did. All right, it's like a nude to me.
That's my
That looks
headshot.
interesting, that's for sure.
That's my headshot. That's what Cinemax is.
Sure enough, yeah. Can we get that a little bit more clear? Oh, and we get it clear. Brandon knew what it was. So was this the first time you put the suit on for like a promo?
No, the first time it was in public.
Oh.
And I had this big, like, blue cape, cloth thing that I'd have to wear around Fox Studios Australia.
This is gonna be hard, right? It's 1 out of 2. Let's get it a little clearer.
It's too cleanly shaven to be Tyler.
I'm feeling this.
A little bit more clear.
There it is. There he is.
There it Sam.
Justice League Superman. All right.
Tim, I remember being so excited. Batman the Animated Series was so good, and then when they had Superman, I flipped out. Can you talk about when you were first cast, the audition process for the role?
When I was first cast, it was a total mistake. I mean, I was doing a TV show called Wings. And Arlene Sorkin was married to one of our executive producers, a guy named Chris Lloyd, who went on to create, Modern Family, and she was a great writer. Anyway,
Nice mid-range jump shot.
Arlene walked up to me one day and said, "Hey, would you be interested in auditioning for the voice of Superman?" I said, "I don't know, sure." So I went to the studio and I met Arlene. I met Andrea Romano, and I tried to do some Superman voice, and she said, "No, calm down, Buster. Just do it regular." And I did it, and they said, "You're hired." And I was like, "What?" I had no idea what was in store, and to my shame, I didn't quite understand what an archetypal character Superman was.
Let's see what we got.
Tom.
That's the last, before Clark opens up his shirt. Yeah, because there's no...
The only time they got you in it, isn't it?
Let's get it a little clear. Yeah, that's definitely.
It was only a t-shirt. They didn't even build me a full suit. Oh yeah, they were like, we very much storyboarded this shot on purpose, and the crane was going to come in, and I would run up to the crane, and the crane was going to stop, and I was going to stop, and if we didn't, we'd crash into each other. And the wardrobe people were like, "So you're not going to see the full suit?" Like, yeah, we're like, well then why are we going to build a whole suit? I mean, they got to be thousands of dollars. And so it ended up being some version, and not necessarily a crop top.
Kind of a onesie that was just snapping.
Pretty sure there weren't sleeves.
Pro tip, cosplayers, if you want to do Clark Kent, do the little ones with no sleeves.
Yeah.
I have a question actually about this suit, because you were handed a suit from Jonathan Kent when you were Superman and Fly Off. Was that a real suit?
I think, sorry, I don't remember. No. Probably no. Probably no. I don't know if they may have said that they took it from one of the other movie sets.
Maybe.
That's similar to mine, so it might have been, yeah. I don't know. But.
It might have been.
Interesting. All right, let's move on to the next one, which... Tyler, yeah.
That, I'm not sure what that is.
By the way, just so you know, from now on, in my mind, it's a crop top forever.
Yeah, Tyler, you had a lot of different iterations of the suit. There was a black suit you ended up wearing. There was obviously Zorro. You had the original Fleischer suit. Talk to me about your relationship with the suit, wearing it for 4 years, and how it got more comfortable over time.
Yeah, we did a lot of different versions of it. The Supergirl one, so the Supergirl one that we had initially had was really just built for me to be there as a guest star. It was really going to be 2 episodes, and that was really it. So when we decided we were going to do a standalone series, it was not built to withstand that. The cape was made of like actual, like real, like heavy leather. So it was 12 to 15 pounds just dry, and then anytime we would be wet, it was like 30. Because it just hold all the water.
It looks like a Lego.
Standing by the Green Lantern.
Mario Kart?
Mario, yeah. George, I think that Justice League Unlimited is...
I saw the body building for Tyler. He just put his head on my body.
Justice League Unlimited, I think even now, is one of the best told Justice League stories and DC stories just told across the board. Were you able to record your lines with your fellow cast members?
Yeah, that was incredible. We after Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, they brought in such incredible people, Mark Hamill and Rip Torn of all people. It's like just the list was sort of endless. John Rhys Davies. I wish I had the whole list in front of me. So did I. I worked at this. Did a movie with Chris.
And Chris told me that the original Superman suit that he wore was a disaster. Like that he could break out in these terrible rashes. It was really horrible for him, and they had to, put salve on it or something like that. Anyway, I thought that was common knowledge, maybe, but that's what he told me.
Speaking of Chris Reeve, Tom, I wanted to ask you, because you got the torch passed to you by Chris Reeve himself when he played Dr. Virgil Swan. Can you talk about, A, his work ethic on set, what you learned from him, just as a performer, and just being in the presence of him on that show?
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously considering the circumstances of his condition, we got there and the plan was to shoot 4 hours and get his side of 2 scenes, and then he would leave, and then I would do my side with someone else. And we did the first scene, and then they said, okay, we're gonna do the next scene. He goes, well, what about Tom? I mean, obviously he didn't point. I mean, that's not a bad joke. But sorry, I'm not making fun of it, because one thing he didn't do is let you you didn't feel sorry for him at all. He was actually telling jokes the whole time. We had a riot. He was cracking me up. But he was like, no, I'm not leaving. And long story short, it got to a point about 8 hours into the day, and they had turned around filming my scenes with him. And his nurse, upon returning, was like, if you don't come with me in 15 minutes, I'm calling the police. Because she could. Like, he had to leave, and he looked at me and he goes, they're always telling me what to do. And then we just had a really great banter. I had a lot of fun with him, and it was so cool that the scene was this brilliant scientist who knew more than Clark and was downloading Clark this information, and here I was with this brilliant man being downloaded with so much information. But yeah, I walked away from it wanting to be a better person, that's for sure.
Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. This is incredible. You guys thank all of you, man. Thank all of you for coming out here. That's right. Thank you. Claire, let's bring up some shirts we can throw out.
Getting out of the panel was quite tough. There were so many people. Also, there's Evie again. But it was so crowded. Like, just getting to the escalator was a challenge. There were so many people. It took quite a while, like, before we were able to, like, get moving, and we ended up going down the stairs because it was quicker. We got lunch and then made our way back upstairs for the Arrow panel.
Team Arrow, Willa Holland, David Ramsey, and Emily Van Ricker! Yeah! Started with a question, and then I'll go to some fan questions, and we have a game. How's that sound, folks? Great. So I'd love to ask this one, which is, what's one word to describe how you felt when you woke up today? And then what's one word that you'd like to describe your end of today?
Shocked, because I slept 3 hours through my alarm. So that was my memory. Oopsie daisies. Yeah. Which has also never happened in the 33 years of my existence on this planet. So that shows you how tired I must have been. 0 days since incident. But yeah, so I slept 3 hours through my alarm, and I didn't even drink or do anything bad last night. I was eating McDonald's and watching reality TV at midnight. And that's what I hope to end my night.
Oh, I love that.
I woke up pumped. Nice. Yesterday was so fun here. Good. And Megacon is rad. Y'all are rad. Yeah. And it's crazier today. Like, way busier. It's like and people are having a blast. There's so many kids out there, too.
For me, it's woke up feeling I feel that.
Two people before you to decide.
I woke up feeling tired. Like a mind reader.
They're being paid to be here. You know what I want to do? Act. That sounds fun. Was that sort of something that you always knew you wanted to do, or was it something that like developed over time after trying other things?
Yeah, for me it was football. I went with football. And then I realized I could get chicks without being hit, you know what I mean? The cast was just crazy. Crazy cast.
That's great. That's amazing.
A lot of fun.
Congrats. I'm glad you moved from football to acting.
Yeah.
It's great. Well, wait a minute. Go Birds? Or do you prefer Kansas? Or do
I see. Chiefs.
Shush. All right. This is getting
Taylor Swift!
I won't make
Yes, she does. And I can't top that. So I'm gonna go with that.
I won't make it.
Thank you.
I'll just say
Thank you
go
very
first.
much.
Emily, how about you? How did you start this amazing journey?
Well, I was a fetus, but I was in Con Air.
You got so many more lines than you did.
It was amazing. I also ended up on cutting room.
I was really young. I started doing this as early as I can remember.
Did anyone watch The OC?
Oh my God, 20-something years ago. But I mean, my mom always says that when I was like 3 or 4 years old, we went to go see Cats, the play in the West End, and because we were living out there in England, and there's this part of the play where there's like it's called like the Fat Cat, and he's singing his solo song in the middle of the play. My mom said that she looked over to the right and all of a sudden noticed that I wasn't in my seat. And then she looks up on stage and I'm sitting in the Fat Cat's lap while he's doing his whole solo. And my stepdad panics and then just like this Fat Cat like puts his hand up being like, it's fine, like telling everyone to chill. And he just like goes through his solo and then finishes and he like walks me to the edge of the stage, hands me to my stepdad in the middle of the play. And he goes, I think you have an actor. We're sitting next to each other and his stomach just starts growling like really loud and I thought he was farting. And he's like trying to apologize for it or whatever and he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm not trying to ruin your audition. But long story short, that happened and I was like, who is this guy? Why is he farting and like breathing? Ew. And then I get into the audition for Arrow, and I had no idea he had already been cast as the Arrow, and all that was very secret. And for some odd reason, he was sitting there in the audition room again, and I saw him there, and I was like, get out. Out. Leave. And he was like, no, I swear, I'm not gonna ruin it, I promise. And he claims that that was all meant to be. That was, that's kind of the reason why. Synchronicity.
That's fair. I'm gonna have to tell the dog shop I'm working at that I can't make it on Tuesday. I think she's gonna fire me. I was like, can you please take care of my dog? And then they kept bringing me back. And then the second season they signed me as a regular so I could bring my dog to work.
Yeah.
So lucky to have
It was a dream.
David, is yours justice?
No, it's not. Nope, it's not. Hey, we were two guys in a box before everybody showed up. We were just two guys brooding in the foundry.
People tuned in for Two Guys in a Box.
Two guys.
There is a dark corner of
Baby. For me, I was doing Blue Bloods. And then, yeah, thank you for that. Smattering of applause. No, Greg Valenti, the great Greg Valenti, saw, he and his father watched Blue Bloods. And I was going back and forth doing that, and I guess Greg gave a call to the showrunner. They're like, we love him, but we aren't quite ready to make him a regular. Up to that point, like, Steven was kicking butt, and then all of a sudden there was like this guy who we didn't know who, and to reveal that he was the husband and father of the Love Father. That's great. Love Father.
Love Father.
Love Father. I couldn't have thought anything. She's really good. Love Father. Yeah, that was a big reveal. I remember that. Yeah.
One of the first episodes of the season, we all came in, and at the end of that first episode of the season, Oliver is standing over a grave, and none of us knew who it was. Oh. And none of us knew who was going to be in that grave until about 6 months later. We were all speculating on who it was. No, they knew.
They knew. They knew. It was all pre-planned. 6 months to figure it out.
Like, yeah, you're gonna really enjoy it.
And I thought it was me the whole time, so I packed my bags. first, literally for 6 months, all of us were so shocked, afraid we were gonna get killed, and none of us knew.
Everyone's like, did you have the talk yet? Like, you're gonna go to the principal's office.
And then it turned out to be Katie. And then we were all pissed, and then they had to bring her back. We were all like, no, you did it wrong.
Who was most likely to accidentally break something on set? Break something on set. Were you just asking the fans? They know a lot, but they don't know.
You sure?
Yeah. Man, oh man. This is I didn't start. Is it the think piece?
I got mine.
Oh, you do? Oh, Emily, please reveal yours. Emily has chosen herself. We all put me. Me is the correct answer. But that's great. Oh my God. I bet.
There is.
Well, can you think of one thing that you broke?
We had glass compartments and stuff, we weren't even allowed to talk. I ripped the back of my suit once.
Perfect.
Bending over.
Yeah, I mean,
They were skiing a lot. Was his glasses, was his tablet, was his wheelchair, was his computer, was his keyboard, everything.
whose costume do you wish you could have worn? You can just say it. You want to say it? Prometheus. Black Canaries. Do tell. That's nice. That's nice. How about you, David?
Destro.
Yeah.
Hey, mine was that was the best, Destro. Though, every time, right before they said action,
Yeah.
he would go like, just a second, just a minute. And he would like run for like 15 minutes around and then come back like, okay, I'm ready. Action. Sweating. He was a method actor.
Method.
Method.
Time for that.
Method.
Wow.
So was Black Phone. Black Phone was a method.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, is that a difficult / just a fun thing to work against? Someone that I see what's happening here. There's children in the audience.
There are.
She's drawing a butterfly.
She's drawing a butterfly. Yes, she is.
Perfect. Oh yeah, that is time. Thank you. I'm so sorry, David.
No, it's okay. That's all right. I can't top that. What's the key to
It's
confidence?
like an entire stage, just like,
Wrap it up. Well, seriously though, this was a joy. And I'm so sorry it's over, and we'll never find out what superpower you have.
come back next year to find out David Nancy's
Come back next
Keep it
year.
a mystery, David. Never tell anyone until you get it. Can we give them a warm Orlando? It's amazing. Thank you, everyone.
So I was at the Legends panel yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
And we were talking about Castiel and how you always get asked to sign his picture.
Okay, you want in the back? Can I do a message to him?
Yeah, sure.
So Misha, I'm coming for you. I'm on that trench coat bag. What's the name?
Yasmina. I'll spell it out for you.
What is it?
Y
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
S
Yeah.
M
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
N
Yeah.
A
Misha, you spell M-I-S-H or C-H?
S-H. Oh, really? So as someone who wants to get into acting, do you have any advice for me?
I don't know quite what the best way to do it in the US is. In the UK, you normally go to like drama school and that's your point of entry, you know. I would just say persistence is key. Don't give up. If you have to do it and you need to do it, then just don't give up. Try everything. Act when you can act. Doesn't matter where, doesn't matter to who. Practice what you can. Try everything and don't give up.
And after meeting Matt Ryan, it was time to go upstairs for the final panel of the day, the Smallville panel.
Up first, we have Erica Durant!
Where's the standing O? There it is.
How do you guys think it influenced the superhero TV landscape of now?
They saw that it worked, and they copied us. Well, Tom?
Hi, Tom.
It's really hard to understand. I think, did you talk about the podcast?
Yes. Yeah. What have you learned? You know.
I think we needed some time to go by before we felt comfortable watching again. But I'm really, a lot of times I'm like, wow, this show is pretty good. It stands up pretty well, and wow, look, the characters and actors are getting better, and you know, it's fun.
Yeah. You know, I think. I always feel bad because a lot of the fans always say in a joking manner is Rosenbaum is shitting on the show. You know, because I give some bombs, but there are some bombs. There's some roses, but you know, the shows can be great, and obviously when you do 22 episodes a year, there's, you know, it's hard to write 22 episodes, so some more is good.
What did he write? Yes. It's not smelly, so it's okay.
I'm not actually farting, I just thought it'd be funny to put on farting. You can write anything in here, it's kind of fun. You know what, it's Tom's alarm clock every morning. Somebody shut up!
I want to know, like, what comes to mind, like, the first thing when you guys hear the theme song?
Here we go again.
Do you know what comes to me is going down to do the image campaigns where we had hashtag you on the catwalk?
Yeah.
Remember when it was like, I don't know if we did it as much at the end, but we'd have to go down to LA and like take ourselves very seriously and walk on this catwalk and be like,
Yeah,
you know?
the wind blowing
And
in your
it took
hair.
me ages
Or not
because
mine.
every time I went to do it, I'd be like, like, no, booty.
Spinning podium. Be like,
That's what I think of.
Come on, be sexy, Lexi, come on. Tom, what do you think when you hear the Somebody Save Me song?
I think of the opening sequence of the meteor shower coming in.
What's it better?
It's the first thing that comes up, ding, 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 ding.
Got a Kristen, we got an Erica, got another Kristen.
Kristen really helps a lot of young women, and just she works so hard, and she's such an honest soul.
The camera was on me, and I was looking at Lana, and Lana was supposed to be walking away, and she walks past the camera box that I'm looking at. And Michael's like, when she gets to the camera, and she passes, she starts watching my hand. And I was like, okay. I forget, it was very emotional or something. It was like, I'll never see her again, she's leaving me, something. And she walks, and she passes the camera, and I'm starting to feel it. And she walks, and I see Michael's hand, and he starts going, and she's walking, and she's walking, and she's walking, and I'm like, and getting taller? What the? And he goes, I'm sorry, I'm into it, I was emotional.
I remember that.
You love him. You love him.
You're never gonna see her again. She's 9 feet tall. I remember that day. It was outside.
Who's most likely to have daddy issues? Yeah.
Oh, there's like a reaction, right? That's okay. And the final one of these is, who would be the first to volunteer to take on an iconic role from the show in a Smallville reboot? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think they can. Yeah, I think it could be someone on the show.
Want to do it again?
In a reboot.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm putting someone that's not on this current panel, but
Kristen's idea, but I will copy it.
Oh, are you reading a novel? Oh my gosh. What is that? What does it say?
So I couldn't decide.
Any of us, but I like horror movies better.
It was tough, so I narrowed it down to 3. Erica, Laura, because I overheard you guys. And SJ3, Sam Jones III.
SJ3, yes.
Yeah.
But they're watching season 6 right now. I love playing season 6. I had so much fun playing that season. Yeah, I felt like I was being challenged. It felt like there were all these secrets I could keep in a specific way. I was being manipulative. There were all of these ways of being that I just hadn't been asked to be on the show, but I got to do that season, and I loved it. And it's pivotal in Lana's journey. Crappy storyline for her, horrible, but it was so much. We had fun. We had fun, didn't we?
Yeah. I think that's when we really started becoming close. Like,
yeah.
You know, it wasn't until then we started working together. We started to really appreciate each other. Respect. I don't respect you, but yeah, it just was I really loved working with you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
it was
awesome.
Wonderful. Yeah, really, really, really enjoyable.
Did you ever notice, like in the show, he's always like, Lex, son.
Are those all written? Wait, did you just say?
My boy. Lex, don't touch me. So, feel yourself, we'll just get no.
Well, since you just mentioned that and like him, adding his own flair to it, was there anything that you guys got to add like on the spot? Like was everything?
No. I was not allowed to do anything.
It was like they like to sing their lines.
Yeah, they want to sing
but
their lines.
there were certainly some things. I mean, we all added a lot to our characters. What number between 1 and 10? Kristen goes, I think that's good. Thank you guys. Love you. We got our tables and we'll see you next.
After the panel, the last thing I had to do today was to get my photo with Grant Gustin. Now, this was chaotic. I made my way downstairs on time, but it took forever. Like, there were so many people, and it was like half an hour before I even got in line, and then I was in line for an hour and a half, and then when I was getting my photo, it took like half an hour, and my phone was basically dead. But I met him. I don't have any audio from the meeting, but it was just a quick, hey, how are you? There's Evie again. Sorry, that just like popped up out of nowhere. But that was day 3 of Megacon. I will see you guys tomorrow with day 4, the final day. And honestly, probably my favorite day because I met Jared.